Some days I do honestly get up and take a shower and get ready for the day, but today was not one of those days. I knew I wanted to get out here to the garden, welcome, and get some things done before I started my work day. And one of those was I just harvested all my onions officially out of my raised beds, so I need to get my broccoli planted. So I've already done some work, but I decided to go grab the camera and just share with you guys what I've done. So if you remember with the way I grew my onions, I kept raking the soil away from the onions so that they could freely expand without any competition or pressure. And so all that soil kind of had been mounded in the center of the onion beds. So I raked that back, did a top dress of compost, and now I'm going to be planting Godzilla broccoli down the center and lining it with some beets on one side, and then I'll wait and I'll do spinach on the other side. One good thing came out of the garden this morning. Beautiful zucchini. One bad thing, you guys, I promised to bring you as much of my gardening series and work that I do out here every day throughout the season, and I want to show you one of the mistakes that I made real quick before we get started on this. Okay, so these are my carrot starts, and I was just out here bragging to you guys about, oh my gosh, it worked, woohoo! And I had the shade cloth over it, and I said, well, they're doing great, I guess they don't need that after all. Well, it got up to like 90+ degrees yesterday, and I didn't water them in the morning or at night to make sure that they were cool. And I'm not positive that I lost a bunch, but I think I did. So let me try to find an example. Okay, yeah. So here's a very sad example. Can you see that? Just fried, and there's quite a lot in here. So I'm telling you guys this, don't make the same mistake I did. If you're planting carrots during the summer heat for a fall crop, make sure that you keep that shade cloth on until they are well established. So I'm actually probably going to put that back up just to protect them a little bit longer. So again, I'm using my square foot garden tool, and for no other reason than Rachel cannot draw a straight line, because it's just 1 per square foot to plant broccoli. So we'll just make our marks down. See, I already didn't make a straight line. And get those in. I'm probably not going to be able to have time to plant the beets this morning, but I at least want to get these broccolis planted, watered in, and tell you how I am addressing the other bed that has a few things in my way. The variety of broccoli I'm growing is called Godzilla broccoli. It is from Haas Tools. My first time ever trying it. And also my first time trying to grow broccoli for a fall crop. Now most people, just to let you know, most people would start broccoli starts indoors and do transplants. I don't have an indoor grow setup, so that's not an option for me. I don't even have like good windows that get sun all day for, starting just with sunlight. But if it is an option for you, definitely that would be probably the recommended way to do it. Okay, so I'm all the way at almost the back corner of my garden now, so diagonal back row from where I was. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. This is where those nasturtiums reseeded. Crazy things. So I need to get those out. But as you can see, I've got quite a few beets growing in here that I had seeded when I found holes from my carrot spacing. And I have broccoli or beets elsewhere that I'm going to transplant in here. But first I need to prep this soil. So again, onions were planted down. Soil was cast to the center. So it's really uneven, not level. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, for the 2 or 3 beets that are here, I'm going to move those back, and I'll do something a little bit different, and I'll put beets at the back half of this bed and broccoli in the front half. But I thought you guys might like to see how I prep the beds. Not much different than you've already seen, but I'll show it to you. Okay, let's get these nasturtiums out, and I'm going to move those just into my flower pots. I don't know if they're going to take off, but we'll see. Again, I'm just going to rake this soil, break up any clumps. Get it nice and level. Ooh, half a carrot. A lot of people often ask what it is I'm using. It's this Job's vegetable tomato organic. It's an organic, just all-purpose, gentle, slow-releasing fertilizer, and I think it works amazingly. That is all I have time for today. I gotta get in. I've got work starting. Somebody asked a question like, do you work too? And I know you guys see me when I'm busy, but I do. Yes, I do work full time. Thankfully to, I guess, COVID, I get to work from home now. So it allows me on breaks and things to either prep food for canning or get out here to the garden and get something planted. Like this morning out here before work starts to prep my beds. So what I plan on doing is I'll come back and probably seed a third of the bed with more beets, and then the rest of it I'll do with broccoli. So what's next is I have a couple more beets up in that bed and a couple more beets behind me that need to get transplanted over here. That way I free those beds up for broccoli and spinach. And then I'm pretty much set with my fall planting crops. So that'll be nice to have that checked off the list. So I wish you guys all well. If you haven't started thinking about a fall garden, it's not too late, especially if you're in the southern regions. Now's the time to plan what you want to plant for fall. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.